Love you long time.
Hey folks, and welcome to Soy Lanky. It's a Saturday morning today, and I'm just cruising around. But today I'm actually going to go back to my hotel here, park the bike, and I'm going to take a stroll, about a 4 or 5 kilometer stroll around Pattaya, and I'm going to stop in and look at some scooter rental places. I've had some people show some interest in that, and I have a very limited experience of that. I rented a scooter when I got here I rented for a week, but I only kept it 2 days, and I turned it back in. I got most of my money back. I had bought one within 2 days, so I don't know much about it. I'm going to walk around and look at some scooters for rent and get an idea of what the going rate is and what maybe a good price is for the various models, and see what all is available. Also in terms of the big bikes, not just the scooters, because some of the places have big bikes. So before we get too far into this, let me go over what you will probably need in the event you want to rent a scooter for a day. You should have a minimum of an international driver's license that you bring with you from your home country. The international driver's license is basically just a translation of your home country driver's license. And in that translation will be a translation in Thai. So you would need to carry that with you and your original license from your home country. You will also need your passport, or at least a copy of your passport. The scooter rental place will at least want to hold on to a copy of your passport, and they may require a deposit. This is going to be up to the place. Some places may not require it. Some places might ask for 200, 500. It's going to depend on the actual place and the scenario there. But international license, if you don't have a Thai driver's license, and your passport so they can make a copy, or maybe you make a copy first and bring it with you. All right, let's look at a little route here. I'm going to start up at the hotel in Soy Bongkot that I'm at, and there's a scooter rental place right on Soy Bongkot. So I'm going to stop there first, cut down Chaiyapoon to Bacau to Lanky, the second road. Then I'm going to go down Soy 12. There's another place there that I found, down the beach road up to Soy 13-2, and there's actually 2 places right next to each other there. And then down to 13-3, and there's a place there, and then there's another point of interest I'll briefly talk about, and then another scooter rental by second road. Then we're going to go up Soy 15, and I found a place to eat up here. We'll get a little bit of lunch, and then I'll just double back from there and call it a day. But then we'll go out at night, and I'll show you a little bit of a ritual some of the bars put on at night. So this is the first stop off, Soy Bongkot. They only had, it's actually like I think it's a massage store, and they only had about 4 or 5 bikes sitting out here, and they looked older. They didn't look brand new. I think this is a very kind of informal, casual type rental place. They wanted 200 baht. They look like 125cc Honda Clicks and stuff like that. So 200 baht. I asked, do you need a driver's license? They looked at me like I had 2 heads. I think it's kind of cash and carry here. So there's that one. This is Soy 12. They had a little bit better of a selection. They had some 125cc bikes to the left here, and then some 150cc bikes on the right. It looks like a Click 150, a PCX, and an Aerox. And he wanted 250 for the larger bikes and 200 again there for the smaller bikes like these, which I think that's kind of the going rate, as you'll see. And actually this is a good price for an Aerox 250 or the PCX, even though it's some of these got a little bit of age on them. But a lot of places wanted 300 and 400 for the same bikes. Not too much, not too far away from here either. So actually, he was actually not a bad deal. But he didn't have any big bikes. Just had the scooters, couple larger, couple smaller. So down to 13.2. Now Soy 13.2, you can see a whole, right by the McDonald's here, you can see a whole row of bikes. And it's actually 2 different people here. It's a lady, there she is, and she had a couple bikes down here for rent, including a Z800. She had a Kawasaki Z800, which is like what you would call like a naked sport bike, I guess. I think she wanted 1,200 for the day for that. And then she had a PCX. Now she wanted 400 baht for that PCX sitting there. Remember, the other guy that we just came from was 250. So you do have to shop around a little bit. She had an Aerox. She wanted 300, I think, for the Aerox. That's right beyond the white PCX there. And then she had another Z800, and that's like the end of her bikes. Then the other bikes up here belong to this other gentleman. He had a CB650, and he wanted 1,000 a day for that. And he had a Forza 300 here, this black one. He wanted 700 a day for that. Which I did find another place with a Forza that we'll see later, and that was also 700. So I'm guessing that's the going rate for a Forza, 700 a day. Now keep in mind, the longer you rent, the better deal you're going to be able to negotiate. You're going to be able to get much cheaper per day if you rent multiple days. I'm just doing a one-day price, kind of a baseline with these. Another thing I'm going to show you, if you look at this bike down here, he's got an Aerox down here, and this has a red license plate. I would not rent a bike with a red license plate. Red license plates are temporary tags. They're only good for the province that they're issued in. This one says something about Rayong on it. It says Rayong. I don't know what else it says, but I can read Rayong. I'm not even sure this plate would be good in Chonburi. It might be. I'm no expert on this, but I would be very leery of that. I would not rent a bike with a red plate, period. I would want a white. You see the one next to it's got a white plate. I would steer clear of anything with a red plate. But anyway, this one, now we're down at Soi 13.3. Now this place, right on Beach Road, 13.3 and Beach Road, this had the best selection in my opinion. They had small scooters, large scooters, they had a dirt bike, they had the big extra large scooters. Yeah, Soi 13.3 here, right at Beach Road. And she's sitting off here off to the right in the shade, but they had just about anything you'd want. And I got some prices from her. I was very impressed with the selection and number of bikes that she had. I think just about anything you wanted you could find. Even a Z1000. A Z1000, you just don't see those. She had one for rent. So she's got a Forza. She said that was 700. And this Forza looks like it's kind of been around the block. There's an X-Max. And there's a T-Max. She had two T-Maxes. Now a T-Max is a 530cc machine. This is a Honda Integra on the end. I think that's like a 700cc scooter. But so her large scooters down here, two 300s, the Forza and the X-Max, and she wanted 700 for the Forza, and I think 700 for the X-Max, but she only wanted 800 for the T-Maxes. If it was a large scooter, I would definitely take the 800 for the T-Max over the 700 for those 300cc machines any day. For the extra 100 baht, that's worth it. You're looking at a twin cylinder, almost double the displacement, and they both look almost new and in very good condition. So if you want a large scooter, she also had you can see a Yamaha, I think they call it a Tri-City. It's got two front wheels. She had one of those. Very good selection here. Very, very good selection here. She was a little bit standoffish. So yeah, she's not taking any crap, I'll tell you that. But she did have a good selection. The small bikes, those little small scooters, were 200 from her. Just up from that, on the same Soi 13.3, I stopped in here to the VFW. You may not know what a VFW is. It's an American organization for veterans from foreign wars. But if you happen to be an American service member veteran and you're in Pattaya, they do have a VFW here. If you're a VFW member, you can stop in. They do events, and they have a restaurant, food in there, everything. So anyway, I just thought I'd show that. This is the last one, still on Soi 13.3, but now we're at the second roadside. This guy also had a CB650 here, and he only wanted 900. Now it's a CBR 650, so it's got the little fairing and all. It's a little bit more of a sporty than the regular CB650, but basically the same bike, and he wanted 100 baht less for one day. So let's get something to eat. I found this place. It looks rather new on Soi 15. So on the other side of Second Road, Soi 15 will take you back up to Soi Buakhao. That way on Soi 15 goes right back up to, passes the Avenue Mall and goes up to Buakhao. This is only about a block or two, maybe 2 or 3 blocks off of 2nd Road on Soi 15. But the menu's mostly in Thai here, 60, 70 baht. They had some stuff up there for 50 baht. It just looked like a decent place, so I decided to get a bite to eat. And what I really like about it, if you notice, they got parking here. So if you're out riding around and it's all congested in central Pattaya, I can't imagine the parking here being full. Plenty of room for even for a car. But if you got a bike or something, no fuss, no muss. You can pull up here, get a parking space. You might pay 10 baht more for the food here, but it was very good. This is what I ended up getting. Just some chili with chicken, curry paste, chili paste rather. A basic lunch, just some vegetables and chicken and some spicy chili paste with some chilies, basil, garlic. But that was 70 baht, and a little bit higher than I would normally like, but is what it is. So that's it for the day. Off to the night. I'm on a baht bus here, actually going down Bacau. But earlier tonight I was at a place and I observed a little bit of a ritual. You might have seen this before. If you're at a bar early, when they open, they do this ritual. And that is they take like a brand new bottle of whiskey like you see here, and they'll say a little prayer or whatever and crack it open. And then they're going to start spreading this whiskey around. And this is to give them good luck for the night. They're going to sacrifice some of the whiskey out of this bottle in the hopes that that is returned to them in the form of customers for their business, and customers will generally bring money, so it brings money to the business. So I've seen this before. Actually, it happened twice here, probably within an hour. Both brand new bottles of whiskey they did this with. But I've seen this, and then they splash some on themselves as well, and that kind of gives everybody some of the luck. Here, douse everybody like that. So there's that. In case you've never seen that, if you go out later at night, you won't see that. They will have already done that. But yeah, so that's that. A little bit about scooter rentals and a little bar room ritual there. But anyway, I'm going to leave this off right here. I'll thank you for watching. And until next time, bye for now.